Hi everyone and welcome to or back to the Yoga Corner. This is day 3 of my 5 days fundamentals of yoga practice series, and today is all about the core. Although let's just get it out of the way now. This is not going to be one of those do this video to get abs in 5 hours kind of thing, because quite frankly that's just not possible. But the core is one of the most important parts of our yoga practice, especially because I think the first thing a lot of people think of when it comes to yoga, aside from people getting in all kinds of bendy positions, is balances. And the core plays such a fundamental role in balance. It is what stabilizes us, it's what keeps us steady, it's what helps us, allows us to stay strong. You know, there's just so many benefits of having a strong core. And the abs that we think of, the rectus abdominis, is the six-pack. That's just one layer, the most superficial layer of the abs. We're going to be focusing today on the transverse abdominis, which you don't really need to know about, but that is the most central layer of your core, and that is the thing that is responsible for keeping us stable. It's so important and keeps you feeling nice and strong and able to take on all of the fun yoga poses that you might see people doing on Instagram, because you will have that stability there. Today we're just going to be focusing on some movements that really allow us to connect with our core. These might be movements that you do all of the time, but today we're really going to be focusing on noticing what the core can do for us. So with that said, let's just take a moment to settle into our practice in a little seated meditation. We'll just be here for a couple of moments, but I'd like you to allow the chest to expand, sit nice and tall, and soften the shoulders away from the ears. We'll take a nice big deep breath in through the nose and a full exhale through the mouth. With your next deep breath in, I'd like you to really notice what happens to the core of your body. Allow the breath to travel all the way down to the base of the stomach and notice how it expands, taking that deep breath in now together. As you exhale, allow the stomach to soften, relaxing the core. Throughout this practice, I'm going to be referring to our core and our stomach like a little balloon. I've used this reference in our Fundamentals of Yoga series already, and I just think it is the best way to understand what we're doing with our core. Every time we breathe in and allow that center of the body to expand, we can find a little bit more space. And as we exhale, you'll find that core becomes a little bit tighter, and you can feel that centralization of strength in the body. So we'll take a nice deep breath in and really feel that. Allow the balloon to expand, find softness and space as you move in that breath. And exhale, release and feel that sensation of tightening and softening. Really nice. We're going to be rolling over onto our hands and knees, so find our tabletop position. As you find your tabletop, as always, we want to take a moment to allow the body to align. We're going to be allowing the shoulders to sit over the wrists, the knees, the right underneath the hips. We're spreading the fingers nice and wide. Really good. We'll take one cat and cow together just to centralize. So take a nice deep breath in. Allow the softness to occur as we open up through the front of the body. And as we exhale, we round the spine, tuck the chin to the chest. Really nice. And then we'll gently find our nice stable tabletop, neutral through the spine. Hands are going to stay exactly as they are right now, and we're going to send the right foot back behind us. Point those right toes down to the mat and hover that foot. Really kick back through the foot. Now, if you feel a little bit unsteady here, you feel like this is challenging your balance, then feel free to keep both hands on the mat. But if you'd like to challenge the balance a little further, then as well as lifting that right leg, you can reach the left hand out ahead. Here is where you want to use that core. So allow the belly button to come in towards the spine. You're not holding your breath, you're just tightening that core. Take a nice deep breath in. Exhale, keeping that core tight. We're going to bring the knee and the elbow together, crunching them underneath the belly. Inhale, we expand, finding length, keeping that belly button tight. Exhale, allow that release as we crunch knee to elbow. One more time on this side. Inhale to expand, find length. And exhale, we bring knee to elbow, crunching, holding here nice and tight for 3, 2, and 1. Release hand and knee back down to the ground. Really nice. If that right hand feels a little bit sore from having held up the body, you can just sit back on the knees and give the wrist a little shake out before we take that on the other side. We'll bring the hands underneath the shoulders again, take a nice deep breath in. And we'll start, as always, by sending the foot back first. So left foot is going to reach back behind you. If you feel steady here, then you can reach the right hand out as well. Before we take any movement, we want to engage the core, pulling the belly button in towards the spine, feeling that tightening of the center of the body. Nice deep breath in. Exhale, we crunch, knee to elbow. Really good. Inhale, we extend. Exhale, crunch it in, really nice. Inhale, extend one final time. And exhale, we crunch, knee to elbow, hugging in nice and tight for 3, 2, and 1. Hand and knee come back down to the ground. Again, you can release the wrists, just giving them a little flick out, releasing any tension you've built up. And then we'll bring the hands back down to the mat. We're going to spread the fingers nice and wide, and then tuck the toes and peel the hips to the sky, downward facing dog. As always, feel free to take some pedals of the legs, finding that sense of release for the backs of the hamstrings, and then find some stillness in your downward dog. Remembering we can keep those legs straight if it feels comfortable to us, but if those legs are a bit tight, we can bend the knees, and we're thinking wherever we are, whether we have straight or bent legs, about pushing the chest back towards those thighs. Really nice. Take a big deep breath in. Exhale completely. With your next inhale, you're going to find a 3-legged dog. We're reaching the right foot up to the sky. Keep that left foot nice and steady and keep the weight spreading evenly between both hands. As you exhale, you're going to crunch the right knee in towards the chest, thinking about meeting the knee with your nose. Inhale, we extend, 3-legged dog. Exhale, we crunch, knee to chest. One more time. Inhale, we lift up through that leg. Exhale, we crunch, knee to chest. Look between your hands, and we're going to step that right foot up between the palms. Really nice. Keep that back foot steady, and we're going to be using our core here. Hands are on the ground to stabilize us right now, but in just a second, we're going to be lifting the hands away from the ground. Allow the fingertips to hover. Think about pulling the belly button in towards the spine as we reach the hands to the sky and lift into our high lunge. Keep a nice bend in your front knee here, and the back leg is straight and strong back behind you. You can lift the hands up to the sky and think about maybe looking up towards the hands as you expand through the chest, opening the front of the body. Really nice. We'll take one more deep breath here. And exhale, we're going to bring the hands to the heart center. We're going to be taking a transition into a balance pose here. Now, we may wobble. This practice is not about being perfect. I may wobble, you may wobble, we may fall over, but it's all just good practice. So, we're going to be finding our warrior 3 position, which means we're going to transition all of the weight into this right leg, and the back leg is going to hover up behind us. Now the core comes in here because we're going to be shifting the weight forwards. So before we do anything else, allow your hands to come to your stomach and pull the belly button in towards the spine. Feel that sensation of tightening, and then bring the hands together at the heart space again. And think about shifting the weight forwards. You might not want to step the back foot up slightly or take off from exactly where you are, but you shift that weight forwards and lift the back foot away from the ground. We're thinking about allowing the chest to come parallel to the ground. Your back foot can either be pointed or toes down towards the ground, whatever feels best for you. And use the core and the strength, of course, of your right leg just to find some stillness. Find a point on the ground that isn't moving. Use that to stabilize you. We'll take one more deep breath. And then we'll gently bend through that right leg and bring the hands back down to the ground. Allow the left foot to lower back behind you. And then the right foot is going to step back next to the left. We reach the hips to the sky and we settle for a deep breath in our downward facing dog. Really nice. Take a deep breath. Exhale completely. Really nice. One more big deep breath in. And exhale fully through the nose or the mouth if you'd like a bit of a sigh. With our next inhale, we're going to reach the left foot up to the sky, this time three-legged dog. Exhale, we round through the chest, bringing that knee in towards the nose. Inhale, we lift that foot to the sky, three-legged dog. Exhale, crunch it in, knee to chest. One more time, inhale, foot to the sky, three-legged dog. Exhale, we crunch, knee to chest. Looking up towards those hands, left foot steps up between the palms. Really nice. Find some stability in that front foot. Back foot is straight and strong back behind you. Remembering, hands are there to stabilize us until we feel ready. We want to pull the belly button in, activate that central core muscle. Allow the fingertips to float, and then we reach the hands up to the sky, staying nice and strong, using that core and our legs in collaboration with each other to stay as strong and steady as we can. Really nice. Allow the chest to be expanded as we reach through the fingertips, opening the chest. We'll take a nice big deep breath in together. And as we exhale, we're going to bring the fingertips together as we soften the hands towards the heart center. If you feel confident that you can tighten that core in, then just allow the belly button to pull in towards the spine. If you feel like it helps you to be a bit more tactile than like I did just there, you can just bring the hands on towards the waist and feel the tightness as you pull the belly button in. Really nice. Hands are together at the heart space. We're going to be moving to that warrior three position. So remember, we're shifting the weight forwards into that front foot, using the strength of that leg and our core to stay steady. Allow yourself to tilt forwards until you feel like that back foot is ready to take off. And then we lift up, finding our warrior three. Again, allowing the chest to come parallel to the ground. Toes can point down or point back behind you. Really nice. Finding a nice steady position, but knowing that one side of your body may well be more balanced than the other. Really nice. Take one more big deep breath. As we exhale, we bend that left knee and bring the hands down to the mat. Step the right foot back behind you. Left foot comes back to meet it as we reach the hips to the sky. Downward facing dog. Really nice. Deep breath in. Full exhale. Really good. We look forward towards the hands and we're going to step both feet up to meet the hands at the front of the mat in a forward fold. Inhale, lifts us halfway, hands to shins. And exhale, we soften the chest down, forward fold. Reach the fingertips up to the sky, lifting nice and tall. And exhale, hands come down to the heart center. We're going to lower down from this position all the way onto the mat, and we're going to be finding our boat pose. If you know what boat pose is, then you can follow me directly and just move alongside me. If you don't know what it is and you want to wait to see, then feel free to stay standing at the top of your mat until I've lowered myself down, and you can just copy what I do. You might want to lift onto your tiptoes slightly, and then we're just going to start to bend at the knees and lower down with control. Again, we've got that nice collaboration here between the core and the legs. This might not look pretty, we're just finding some stability here and we're wobbling as we balance, but that is what this is all about. It's finding that core strength. Might not look beautiful, but it is great for you. Once you've got yourself crouched down on your tiptoes, you're going to bring the hands out to the sides of the body, and then you're going to lower the bum onto the mat and lift the feet away from the ground straight away. We're going to try and bring the toes and the calves parallel to the ground, although if that feels a little bit too difficult for you and you don't feel steady, then you can just bring the toes a little bit lower. If you really need to, you can bring the toes onto the mat and stabilize yourself there. The point of this pose here is to open the chest and find some stability. You'll be challenging your hip flexors as well as your core, so this one is a challenge. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, bring the hands to clasp at your heart. We're going to do some Russian twists here. These aren't a yoga pose, but I do love them and I think they're great for the core. These challenge the obliques, which are the side parts of your core, and together with your transverse abdominis, they help to keep you nice and stable. So we'll take 3 on each side. Keep the legs steady and twist the chest. Hand comes over to the side. Go into the right. Inhale, come to the center. Exhale to the left. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist right. Inhale, center. Exhale, left. One more time each side. Inhale, center. Exhale, right. One more time. Inhale, center. Exhale, left. Come back through center on an inhale. Hands reach out beside you. See if you can challenge yourself to stay here for 5. Chest nice and open. 4, strengthening the core. 3, you've got this. 2, one more second, and 1. We gently lower the feet down to the ground. You might like to cross the ankles slightly and just give yourself a little hug. Release through the front of the body. That was a nice little burnout, and that is the end of our core yoga practice. I hope you enjoyed seeing all of the different ways that you can use your core without necessarily doing ab exercises, and I hope that will help you in some of the more challenging balance poses that we might do together in future classes. Thank you so much for choosing to practice with me today. I hope to see you in another one again soon. Namaste.